Hey everyone, good afternoon. Thank you for joining on short notice on a Sunday. I'm Attorney General of California, Rob Bonta, and I'm grateful that we have the time to provide an update on one of our most recent actions that we're announcing today. And I'm sure as many of you have seen, President Trump and Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth have unlawfully deployed California National Guard troops to Portland, Oregon. And so far, they've sent, to our knowledge, 100 troops with plans to send 200 more. The deployment comes less than 24 hours after a federal district court issued an order blocking the Trump administration from federalizing the Oregon National Guard because the court found it would likely violate the law. Instead of respecting the judicial process and the court's order, Trump is trying to circumvent it by diverting the remaining federalized California troops in Los Angeles to Portland. Troops the federal administration has previously claimed were urgently needed to maintain the peace in Los Angeles. Apparently, only until Trump wanted to further misuse and disrespect their service. We've also learned, as our filings show, that the president is likely to extend the federalization of our soldiers through January of next year. The stakes could not be higher. People should understand clearly what is happening here. The president is seeking to deploy the California National Guard as federal military police indefinitely anywhere in the country. He's not even hiding the ball. He's described the cities where we live, work, and build our lives as training grounds for the armed forces. First, it was LA. Today, it's Portland. Tomorrow, could be any other city in the United States. This afternoon, I joined a lawsuit with my colleague, Oregon Attorney General Dan Rayfield, and the city of Portland to ask the court to immediately block the administration from deploying California's troops to Oregon. This move is the latest example of Trump's blatant and repeated overreach of power, a clear violation of the 10th Amendment and state sovereignty to conduct our civilian law enforcement within our states. Trump is politicizing our military to police our communities. He's specifically targeting cities that lean Democratic or have leaders and residents who dare to speak out against his outrageous abuses of power. Trump is not king. He is not above the law. He's acting as if he has carte blanche to deploy National Guard troops anywhere in the country. He doesn't. It's our National Guard, California's National Guard, not Trump's Royal Guard, as he seems to think. Trump can't use our military troops as his own personal police force. He can't turn our cities into his military training ground. This is a clear violation of the law, and we expect the court to agree, just as the court rightfully found Trump's federalization of California National Guard in LA for civilian law enforcement was unlawful. California has experienced firsthand the harm that having military troops in our communities creates. Trump's misuse of military troops has undermined public safety, heightened tensions between law enforcement and our communities, and damaged troop morale. Local police are trained, experienced, and equipped for local law enforcement. From handling crowd control to protests to other civil duties. It's their job. It's what they do. It's what they're prepared for. National Guard troops are primarily trained for combat, not criminal procedure, civil rights, and de-escalation techniques. Forcing them to police our communities isn't just illegal, it's dangerous to both the public and the troops. Trump is trying to leverage our troops to intimidate our people and stoke fear in our communities. In doing so, he's also hampering our local economies. In downtown LA, where troops have been stationed, consumer activity has plummeted and businesses have suffered. Some may never recover. We're asking the court for a temporary restraining order to put the brakes on the president's obvious efforts to militarize the police, the policing of civilian cities across the country, and stop him from causing the same irreparable harm we've already witnessed in California. It's clear the first court order that came yesterday was not enough for Trump. We need to secure an additional court order to prevent the president from evading the court's earlier decision. I refuse to stand idly by while President Trump and Pete Hegseth turn our cities into their military training ground, while they weaponize our troops for their political games and put our people in harm's way. As I've demonstrated in the now 42 lawsuits I've filed against President Trump in just 36 weeks, when Trump breaks the law, I take him to court. We're doing that again here. I'm disappointed, but not at all surprised to be here yet again. Thank you again for giving up part of your Sunday to be here and to join me. I'd be happy to answer any questions that you may have.